things must be moving very fast in this country, because it is barely less than 24 hours that I did see a video of Mutahi Kahiga advising his close friend and son of the Murima, the former DP, Rigathi, to move on with his life. And that actually made me believe that loyalty, when not in power, is just a total fallacy. But from where you sit, for you to fully understand what Mutahi Kahiga meant, then you must not be a myopic fool. Just listen to what Mutahi Kahiga did say.
Ours is to wish, and I want to pray like he has said. Aliwaomba sisi tuwe na amani, taifa letu liendelee mbele, kwa sababu taifa ni kubwa kuliko sisi wenyewe. Kule mbele tunakoenda, tunamtakia rais kila laheri in everything that he does. Tuendelee na tusukume, na ni vizuri tuambie rais tukiwa hapa Nyeri, Your Excellency, Rigiji sasa umemuondoa katika haya mambo. Hiyo ni kumaanisha Nyeri haiko ama Nyeri itakuwa? Kwa sababu ni lazima tuulize, si tulipeana kura? Na kura zetu sasa zitaenda tu staili hiyo, ama sisi tutakuwa watu wa kuangalia wengine wakikula? Kwa hivyo tunamuomba rais akikaa aangalie, aanze kuwaza mbele vile atakaa na atafikiria kuhusu watu wa Nyeri. Ni kweli ama si uongo? Wangapi wanasema hivyo? As many of that opinion say aye. The ayes have it. Speaker, si nimeendeleza vizuri? Ayes wamesema Nyeri iangaliwe na jicho la upendo, si ndio? Kwa sababu yale yametendeka hayo, lakini Nyeri should not be out of the map of the government of Kenya. Ama mnaonaje nyinyi? Sisi tulikuwa huko, si bado tuko na miaka mitatu? Hiyo ni mali yetu. Sisi ndio tulipiga kura, si tukajenga serikali. Sasa tunataka tuulize, si ni kweli hata sisi tuangaliwe? Bas, mdhomi ukienda mkikutana na naibu rais, mwambie sisi tuko, hatuna fujo na yeye. We are okay with that. Having said,
now, from Mutahi Kahiga's words, I don't trust his words. And here is why. Because Mutahi Kahiga, being part and parcel of the Mount Kenya politicians, I see a string of possibilities that they may have chosen to punish President William Samoei Ruto, not publicly, but rather punish him at the ballot. That is why they chose to play it cool all the way to 2027. So if you believe that Mutahi Kahiga was just trying to blackmail President William Samoei Ruto and other politicians for betraying a son of their own, then you could be right like I do. But again, we should also accept moving on is a process, and moving on is always part of healing. Remember, this is also politics, of which it is a game of interest and betrayal. And some point it involves a lot of hypocrisy. So just the same way during Rigathi's impeachment motion, people like Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, to whom seemed to be very close to stand with the former DP Rigathi, little did very many Kenyans know and understand that Kalonzo wanted to use the opportunity because he will be a direct beneficiary of President Ruto's magnanimity. For Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka fully understood that with what President William Samoei Ruto had been doing with the son of their own, the former DP Rigathi, would have triggered some anger among the Kikuyus. He knew pretty well that he, by standing with the former DP, would equate to gaining some political mileage as far as the Kikuyu politics are concerned. So what did he do? He was very consistent in each and every session of the court, he will appear in person just to show solidarity for the former DP, Rigathi Gachagua. And guess what? It really worked. It did work to an extent that the court of public opinion began seeing a coalition between Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka and a person like Ndindi Nyoro will be a force to reckon, so that they could send President William Samoei Ruto back to Sugoi come 2027. So in short, it was a direct win for Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. Now, back to Mutahi Kahiga's statement. When I say that the guy could be just on a job-seeking mission purposely for the next general election or right after the next general election, many would dispute that. But of course, I'm entitled to my own opinion. Look here, Mutahi is currently serving his second term, and we are all alive to the cognizant fact that he is supposed to rule for 2 5-year term, of which that shall elapse come 2027. How do we know that he could just be now trying to sanitize all the fights that he'd been leading from the front in fighting the government, now that he knows he wouldn't continue fighting a losing battle? So he is just trying to cleanse the reputation that he had earlier spoiled. And before even I come to the penultimate part of this episode, just allow me say this. Mutahi, just like other politicians, these are just politicians. Remember, I've said it times above numbers. You should trust a politician at your own peril. Now look here. Why don't you see the possibilities that these Kikuyu politicians could have just chosen to hide their current and future political plans from the public? And remember, they wouldn't want to punish President William Samoei Ruto currently, as I've earlier stated. And mind you, betrayal is always paid instantly, while loyalty is always paid in installments. And maybe these Kikuyu politicians have chosen the only instant pay that they're gonna give to President William Samoei Ruto is none other than at the ballot come 2027. But from where I sit, that has just been my opinion. If by any chance you do have a contrary opinion to mine, you can as well feel free to drop them in the comment section, and I'll give them a right of reply. Thank you, and may God bless you.